Hi Virgo, welcome back to Crystal's Tarot. This is going to be a reading for your Sun, Moon, Rising, possibly Venus sign, depending on what shows up today. If you're interested in knowing the decks used in today's reading, you can find all of that information in the description box listed below, along with other details. We're going to go ahead and start today by cleaning out our energy. So inhale and exhale as it feels comfortable to you. Okay, let's see what Spirit wants to share with us today. This is going to be for Virgo for December 2020. For Virgo, December 2020. Alright, we're going to do one more shuffle and then we'll get started with our cards. Virgo for December 2020. Thank you, Spirit. Alright, the bottom of the deck, you have the Fool card. Sorry, my lighting's not super great. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pull our clarifiers. See what else Spirit wants to let us know. For Virgo, December 2020. In the bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Swords to clarify the Fool card. So, the bottom of the deck energy, I feel like that you're trying to take a new leap of faith in something, or you're being called to just trust in Spirit, trust in your intuition when you're making a change or transition through something new, a new endeavor. But you might find yourself stuck in your head about how to go about it, what's the best way to go about it. I feel like you have a lot of mental confusion, a lot of mental conflict in regards to taking this new leap of faith. In your current energy, you have the Death card clarified with the Emperor. So what this is telling me is that in your current energy, you're trying to put an end to something that you felt like had a lot of control over you, something that was very demanding of you, and you're trying to put an end to that energy. And what's crossing you, you have the Six of Wands clarified with the High Priestess. So I feel like Spirit's like really like helping you to use your intuition, and helping you to have like a successful outcome with whatever it is that you're trying to end in regards to something that is controlling or it feels overpowering for you or to you. You're going to, or you should expect to have a victory with it because of using your intuition. Right now, it might feel like, especially with the Fool card and the Eight of Swords, I feel like right now you're kind of stuck in that mental energy of not being sure of what's going to come next or how to go about like making this transition. But I feel like you're really being like spiritually guided. You should expect to have a victory, and the Spirit wants to see you successful with this transition, in allowing something to end that's been overpowering for you. Your underlying energy, you have the Six of Swords clarified with the Knight of Cups. Sorry, my lighting's not super great. So I feel like at a soul level, you're just trying to like move away from difficult energies. I feel like you've previously provided love to somebody, but I don't feel like it went successful. I feel like it was a very hard connection. It was something that caused a lot of difficulty. I feel like you were being more, that you provided more than what you received out of it, and it caused you a lot of anguish. And now it's just time for you to leave that difficult energy behind and move forward in something that's more graceful and something that's more aligned with who you are intended to be in this life. In your recent past, you have the Ten of Wands clarified with the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like in your recent past, there was an ending. You have two tens here. So I feel like there was an ending to something that you were once passionate about, but you became very disappointed in it and with it. I felt like you, it's probably in regards to a love connection, like a long-term relationship that you had, or something that you felt could be long-term. I feel like you put a lot of finances into it, a lot of time and energy into it, because you were so passionate about it, but it became like you saw it as something that could be long-term and reliable, and for whatever reason it ended up not bearing the fruit that you had hoped for, and you lost your passion in it. I felt like you felt overpowered by it and defeated by it, and so you just kind of like took the loss, and even though you're disappointed, and even though it didn't work out the way that you had hoped it would, and you decided to go ahead and allow it to transition naturally, it's something that you're disappointed that it didn't work out that way. You had high hopes for it, and it didn't end up to be successful. And I feel like it caused it's causing you a lot of mental anguish right now and a lot of disappointment. And I feel like you're kind of hesitant to take a new leap of faith because you did previously and it didn't work out the way that you expected or hoped that it would. And right now, I felt like it's something that was just, it took a lot from you. It took more than you expected it to. And so now you're in that energy of just feeling defeated by it, and you lost your passion for it. It's something that was basically burning you alive. It was something that, like, you put love and time and energy into it, and it instead of it nourishing you, it actually depleted you, and you felt like drained by it. You felt like threatened by it. It was no longer exciting and passionate and comfortable. It turned into being a chore, and so you had to release that energy. The energy that's crowning you, you have the Hermit clarified with the Fool in the reverse. So I feel like even though you're being called to take this new leap of faith, you're really trying to go inward. I feel like you're very hesitant on taking this new leap of faith. You're not sure where it's going to go, and you're just trying to spend some time by yourself and really evaluate what's your best plan of action. What's the next course of action that's going to be successful for you, that's going to give you, allow you to reap the benefit of what you've sowed. And you're trying to come at something in a balanced way, but you're at the same time, you're not hope. You're trying to be hopeful, but you've kind of weighed down by doubt. Your near future, you have the Queen of Wands clarified with the Death card. So I feel like whatever this was that had ended, which it's looking like it was a relationship, whether it was platonic or romantic, it did take away some of your self-esteem because of the ending that's occurred. I felt like some of you, with the Ten of Pentacles out here, some of you might have lost some finances in this ending, or like there was some stability that was lost in it. So it kind of, it ate away at your confidence, but you're still trying to like go on an internal journey to kind of like evaluate what you could have done different so that you don't make those same errors or those same choices moving forward, so that it's something that you can turn around to be a benefit for you. And again, Spirit's like really highlighting this energy that's crossing you of the Six of Wands and the High Priestess. So you are, even though this is difficult and trying for you right now, you're going to find your way out of this, and Spirit's going to help you to do so. I feel like they're going to be putting people in your path. They're going to giving you new enlightenment. Even though I feel like there's people in the background that they might not be speaking very much, but they really are caring for you and they want to see you have a good outcome with this. And Spirit, more than anything, is wanting you to know that the Spirit has your back. Spirit's going to see you through this for you to have a successful outcome. Even though it's kind of ate away at your pride and your confidence a little bit with this ending, ultimately you will have a victory in it. How you see yourself right now, you have the Four of Swords clarified with the Page of Wands. So I feel like you're very disappointed with the outcome of things, but at the same time, you're trying to just, like, similar to the Hierophant, you're spending a lot of time in inner reflection and looking at what, like the choices that you made, the decisions that you've made to lead you to be where you are now. And you're trying to find your passion again. So I feel like you're trying to make movement of things that you can feel confident in, and to remind yourself that you will have a victory. I feel like Spirit's trying to encourage you. I feel like you get like a little bit down and defeated at times, and you have like that mental conflict, that mental struggle of disappointment. But I feel like there's times where Spirit, like, you might see feathers or birds or like butterflies, or even though it's not the season for that, there's something that you see that gives you like this passion and this hope, and then you kind of get a little encouraged by it, to try and like find new ways of passion. I feel like your Spirit's trying to help you like find a detour through this difficulty that you're through, this transition that you're in the process of. Other people see you as the Two of Wands clarified with the Two of Swords. So I feel like other people are seeing you as like you're trying to make that decision of what to do next. I feel like some people are seeing that you're trying to like make a clear path for yourself, but you're having difficulty doing so. I feel like some people might feel like you're being like, I feel like you're confusing some people, or some people might feel confused by what they're seeing and noticing of you. Of like, oh, I thought Virgo liked things this way, but they're not really acting like it. Or I thought that was something that Virgo wanted, but they're not really acting like it. I feel like people are kind of seeing you like you're stuck in your thoughts a little bit, and you're kind of confused on what path to choose. But I feel like some people are noticing that you're picking a path and you're trying to make movement towards it, whether you're confused about it or not. And the energy for your hopes and fears, you have the Star card clarified with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So what this is speaking about to me is that even though you're hopeful for your wish fulfillment, you're confused on how it's going to balance in like how the final outcome will go. I feel like you're hopeful that you're going to eventually have your wish fulfillment, but you're very confused on how to get there from here. In your final outcome, should things remain the same, you have the Ace of Cups clarified with the Five of Pentacles and the reverse clarified with the Judgment as well. So what this is speaking about to me very heavily is that even though right now you're confused and you have some mental conflict, some mental confusion going on, when all this is said and done, you are going to find your passion. You're no longer going to be dealing with people who take from you and don't provide you like with reciprocal energy. And you're going to be making a judgment on things to bring balance and fairness back into your life. And I feel like you're going to have like a real confidence, like this difficult time that you're going through right now, this struggle, even though it's hard for you, you're going to learn a lot of like life lessons. Like you're going to really find a confidence within yourself to really have that that personal self, that personal boundaries, and be able to be comfortable and confident in them instead of feeling like you have to like what is it called? Like you're going to be able to feel confident in yourself so that you're not making so many compromises along the way and eventually leaving yourself in a bad position. You're going to, through all this difficult journey, it's going to bring you back to self-reflection and self-love. And it's going to show you the things that you might have accepted in the past and what you're not going to accept going forward. And you're really going to be strong and stand in that energy very well. And for some of you, I feel like somebody from your past might want to come back, and you might have a new passionate, like a loving start with them. But I feel like it's more so like it's very heavy for like that personal love, that personal like that personal respect, the like the confidence that you're going to rebuild within yourself because of this difficult journey that you've been through. And even though there's like some confusion on how you're going to get to that path, Spirit is going to help you each step of the way and protect you during this transition that you're making. Okay, there's still some energy on the board, so we're going to grab our next deck and see what else Spirit wants to share with us for Virgo, December 2020. For Virgo, December 2020. And you're going to find your passion again. You're gonna find a way to move forward through this, even though you're not sure how to. It's just one step at a time. And Spirit's going to really light the way, lead the way. Let's see, what do we want to clarify? Spirit's message. Yeah, Spirit's going to show you that you have everything you need to create this transition. Spirit's going to really give you the tools to empower you and help you to move forward to make this transition so that you get success in for the outcome. Let's see. Yeah, and even though right now you're not sure how to take this new leap of faith, you're going to, the more time that you spend reflecting and like really just evaluating your options and kind of like, even if like, how do you say? You're going to find creative ways by making like little modifications here and there. Like if you're really stuck and stern on like, I have to have this, I have to have that in order to be able to do these things, you're going to rethink it and reshape it so that you're actually able to like make a little bit of like you will have like a compromise within yourself for a period of time that's going to lead you back to this Queen of Pentacles, where you can actually stand in your power and be confident and secure and start to build the life of abundance again, and something that's long-term and stable for you. Hermit energy. Anything else for Hermit? Okay, we're going to do one more, and if nothing comes out, we're going to move on to the next set. Okay. Near future for Virgo. Near future for Virgo. Yeah. In your near future, so you have the Queen of Wands in the reverse clarified with the Death card. And to clarify that, or Spirit's advice actually is what I'm getting, is instead of focusing on this pain, even though you have a lot of mental pain, a lot of emotional pain from the situation, you're being advised to really focus on the situation at hand to bring back in your abundance, to stop focusing on this energy of pain and hurt, and allow yourself to use it as motivation and encouragement and inspiration instead of focusing on the pain. Focus on your environment, focus on strengthening and building your pentacles back up. So basically instead of focusing on how somebody hurt you, focus on how you can improve yourself and how you can stand strong going forward, and focus on how you can rebuild and regroup. And that's actually going to bring back in your 10 of Pentacles. That's going to be authentic for you. Anything else from your future? I feel like for some of you, you just really want to focus on that energy of rebuilding. I feel like you're disappointed in a love connection, a love opportunity, and you don't want to look at love right now. I felt like love has been disappointed for you. Somebody tried to get away with something and be sneaky and shady, and they took from you instead of given to you like you were giving to them. But Spirit's really encouraging you to not focus on that energy, to focus on creating your pentacles again and rebuilding. And the more you focus on rebuilding, the quicker you're going to be able to bring back in your abundance. So don't think about this disappointment and this how love's not available and how it's been difficult for you in the past. Instead, focus on rebuilding yourself, loving yourself, giving new opportunities for yourself, growing your environment, your self-confidence, your how do you say? Stop focusing on the disappointment in the past, and instead focus on the power that you have in the moment, because Spirit's trying to help you to move along, to get out of this difficult energy and actually start building, start moving forward and creating the things that you want to create in life. But I feel like you're really stuck on past hurt, past trauma, past pain. But you're really being encouraged to focus on rebuilding, regrouping, and that's what's going to bring in your abundance for you. The star. What can you say? The star for Virgo. Okay, give me 1 second because something flipped out over here. Okay. Okay. So for your wish fulfillment that you're hopeful for, it's something that you're going to have to fight for. You're going to have to fight to create this new abundance for yourself, to actually manifest the things that you're wanting to manifest. And I feel like you kind of feel like there's no need, or there's nothing to celebrate right now, because the things aren't ending in the way that you wanted them to end. They're not, the transition isn't happening as quickly as you want it to. But you do have the Empress out here. And you do have the Six of Wands again. So you are being led towards a victory. You just have to be able to be willing to see it and stop focusing on the difficulty. Stop focusing on the lack and the disappointment and the hurt and the anguish that was caused to you. And instead, realize that you're a powerful person and that you have so much to give to yourself and to others. But foremost, foremost to yourself. Like, sorry. You're having to fight for this new transition. It's a difficult ending for some of you. But once you're able to get through that and stop focusing on the disappointment and the lack and like kind of like a pity party, and not to sound harsh, because like we all have our hurts. Like I myself am going through something that's difficult for me right now, but I just have to keep on reminding myself and trusting spirit that it's for my greater good. Like, even though it's a difficult ending, even though I'm not getting things the way that I wanted them to, it's going to be for me. That it's going to be a better success for me. And I realized that me focusing on my disappointment, the hurt that was caused, how somebody shouldn't have did what they did, how they should have done things different, and focusing on that just keeps me like tied down in that energy. But once I'm able to realize like I'm a good person, I bring a lot to the table, I have a lot to offer, I have a solid foundation for myself, that's actually what helps me to feel better and helps me to be encouraged to move forward. And that's what's ultimately going to bring in our success, is when we realize our own greatness, and instead of focusing on our disappointments and despair caused by other people or situations that we weren't happy within in the first place, a spirit's going to help us to like move forward from that, because we do deserve good. We deserve to be loved. We deserve to be appreciated and respected. And if others can't give it to us, that's fine. Maybe they just don't have it to give, and that's okay. But we can give it to ourselves, and we can put ourselves in a better situation, better circumstances. And once we get into that energy of where we're birthing new things and investing in ourselves and going with our intuition and our like manifesting the things that we want to manifest, that's what's going to bring in our success. That's what's going to bring in our victory and our abundance. Final outcome. What can you tell us about the final outcome? Okay. So you have the Devil card with the Nine of Wands. So this has been something that's been very difficult for you, and then you have the Fool card out here. The Fool card is out here 3 times now. So even though it was something that was difficult and toxic for you, that left you hurt and depleted, like kind of being lost without anything, it's going to, you're leaving that energy because it was becoming too much for you to bear. And as you trust spirit to take these new leaps of faith, you're going to have your inspiration slowly but surely come back to you, and that's going to bring in your wish fulfillment. You have the Star card out here twice, and then you have the King of Pentacles. So I feel like by you allowing this transition to allow something that was toxic for you and binding, that was difficult for you, that had a lot of negative energy, and it made you feel tied up, by realizing that you don't have to deal with it and taking this new leap of faith, it's going to bring in your passion again. It's going to allow you to move forward in ways that you would only had dreamed of before. And you're going to start to see new doors open. You're going to start to see more loving connections come towards you, and more abundance and prosperity, because you were willing to release something that was no longer serving for you. Anything else for the final outcome for Virgo? 7 of Pentacles. So this round, you just really want to focus on what it is that you want to create. Don't jump into something too quickly. Like, make sure you evaluate the energy and the people and the things that are being presented for you, because you do have the ability to defend yourself in whatever way that is. Like, people might not have valued you the way that they should have, but they're going to realize that you were something worth worth you are someone who is worth the transition that they needed to make, and they're going to have disappointments for not for causing you to defend yourself, for causing you to walk away, and it's going to allow you to kind of make new transitions to things. By speaking your truth, you're going to make new opportunities and new paths for yourself. Anything else, Spirit? General advice. You have the Three of Wands. General advice. The Tower in reverse. General advice, Spirit. General advice for Virgo for December 2020. General advice. One more. Okay. All right. So you have, for general advice, bottom of the deck is the Five of Swords, the Three of Wands, the Tower in reverse, and the Emperor. So what this is speaking about to me is that even though somebody's trying to win by any means necessary, win at any cost, it's leaving you with this mental conflict where you need to speak your truth and stand in your truth. It's going to lead you to obviously have to walk away, but being willing to do so, being willing to win for yourself instead of being worried about how other people are going to feel, what they're going to think, by standing in your own power and loving yourself more. It's going to allow you to set out your wishes, and you're going to sit there and you're going to rely more on Spirit to bring those in. Even though you're hesitant about it, it's actually going to be for your greater good. It's going to allow you to stand in your power again. It's going to allow you to bring in your abundance. It's going to allow you to take control back for yourself, and really be your authentic self, where you don't have to minimize yourself, your thoughts, your feelings, your personality to please the people around you. And I feel like that's what this winning by any means necessary, or winning by any means necessary, is for you. Is so that you have the ability to be confident in yourself and know that you deserve better. And it's okay if people walk away. It's okay if you have to walk away from them, because ultimately you have things that Spirit wants to bring in that they'll have a solid foundation. It will be able to be sturdy for you, and it will help you feel confident in yourself and your environment and your choices again. We're almost done with our reading, but there's some more advice that we're going to get. Spirit's message for Virgo. Thank you, Spirit. Hold on, sorry, one more. Sorry, this is a new deck, so it's kind of very sturdy. Okay, act as if your partner is here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. So for some of you, I feel like you do want love, even though it's not something that you're confident in. Spirit's advising you to really act like they're already here. Imagine the person that you want to be with, and imagine that they're here doing the things that you're wanting them to do. And then we have spend quality time together, listen and talk to each other. Look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. Choose love. You always have a choice. Make yours with love. Relationship patterns. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. Embrace your emotions, allow your feelings to surface and be accepted, and practice compassion. See things from a fresh perspective. So between all of this, I feel like Spirit's really advising you to let go of the things that do not serve you and to find a way to be okay and comfortable with it. Instead of focusing on the disappointment and how something had to end, instead focus on loving yourself and knowing that you're worthy, knowing that you deserve somebody who's going to be there for you and love you the way that you need them to. And imagine yourself being with them already. And once you are able to have, like you find yourself constantly being drawn to somebody or running into them, be willing to spend time with them. Even though you might have some concerns and hesitation about it, don't be so rigid thinking that history is always going to repeat itself, because that's what you're going to actually cause to come in. So instead, act out of love, be compassionate for yourself and others, and be truthful with yourself. Don't try to hide yourself. Allow yourself to acknowledge your feelings and actually feel them, and be authentic when you share them. And embrace this transition, because it's going to lead you to greater abundance. It's going to lead you to greater abundance in your finances as well as in your emotional connections. And notice your relationship patterns. Notice the things that, why you behave the way you behave. Notice how you pick certain people and why you pick them, and make any transitions that you need to make within that so you can have healthier relationships going forward. And make sure that you're compassionate. Make sure that you speak authentically and true, and do so in a compassionate way. Even if people have hurt us, we don't have to forgive and forget, but definitely forgive them, so that it helps you to heal and have compassion for people, and accept and understand that it's okay that they might not have made the best choices, but they did the best that they could at the moment, just as you did. And everything's a life lesson. There's lessons for them to learn through this departure, through this transition, just as much as there is for you to learn. And allow there to be a grace shining through you with that, and allow yourself to acknowledge the growth that it's given you, and be grateful for that opportunity. I'm being told to look at the bottom of the deck. And the bottom of the deck is love makes the difference. Love helps heal past hurts and provide a sense of security and self-worth. So love yourself through this. Love the situation, whatever it is that you have to let go of. Love it for the things that you've learned from it and the benefits that you have gotten from it, instead of looking at the disappointment. Okay, Virgo, this has been your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. If this has resonated, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you've not already done so. If you feel like this could be helpful for somebody you know, please feel free to share. Until next time, I'm always sending you light and love. Thank you for your time.